Welcome to the Tefl-Dude. We now live in an era where companies who produce software and digital books for teachers no longer want us to pay a one-time fee and the software is ours for life. Nor do they produce digital books on PDF, which they used to do, allowing us to use it freely when teaching. While 8 or so years ago, they were trying to make the teacher's life easier, they now put burdens on teachers and the schools by requiring them to have ultra-fast internet connections so that they can access the digital book through the internet with their pathetic attempt at producing activities connected with the book. In addition, they only give you a code that will last about 1 year, while software manufacturers demand you pay a monthly fee for the use of their incessantly, needlessly updated versions of their digital whiteboard software. Under the principles of fair use of materials produced for teachers who need their book to be on PDF in order to project it on the board quickly and properly without the expenditure and reliance on the internet, I am going to show you how to put to PDF any book accessible through online libraries and online educational software. This video is purely to show teachers how to get the books they have paid for onto a PDF so they can easily project it and use their intelligence in planning activities for the students they teach and not relying on a range of useless activities only accessible with a powerful and expensive internet. Remember that once you have a book on PDF, all of the companies that provide PDF readers have within them tools which allow the teacher to annotate and adapt the material to make interactive lessons, and even take some of the material and use it on the smart notebook whiteboard software to produce great interactive activities, therefore making learning fun and therefore making teachers' life easier. First, I'm going to access a free online library at openlibrary.org where you are allowed to access the book only for 2 weeks. Then I'm going to access a digital book from a publisher of primary school books. Now, first stop, we're going to open up our web browser and go to the openlibrary.org website, and I'm just going to log in. You have to sign up, so I'm going to just pause while I log in. Okay, so now I've logged in and I'm about to search for a book. Now let's see if they have English file. Now, this was an old book. This was their first ever edition, and it was brilliant. I loved this book. I still use it today. And we can borrow this book, so we can actually read it or look at it for 2 weeks. So I'm going to borrow it. Sometimes it's not available, and you can actually request to be in the queue. Okay, so here's the book. And we have 2 weeks, which we're free to look at it. And you can see it's quite neat. And what we're going to do is copy the book to PDF, or at least look at it through PDF, so we don't have to be on the internet all the time. So it says download encrypted PDF EPUB. So we're going to click that. And the loan will last 2 weeks. Encrypted Adobe, high quality. Encrypted EPUB. No, we don't want EPUB, we want the PDF. Now, in order to do this, you will have to install Adobe Editions. So we will accept that, and you get a small link down here. This link. But what we're going to do is, in order to open with this link, if I double click on it, it said there is no app associated with it. So we need to install this Adobe Digital Edition. So I'm going to click that, and I'll say I'm in Spain. So we'll click on this Digital Editions. This is all free. Okay, so that was quick. Now I'm going to double click on that. I accept the agreement. No, we don't want to accept any additional software. And there you have it. Now, this will be associated with any of our digital downloads. So I can actually close this out. And if I go back to this file here, which I downloaded, if I go to my downloads, or I'll just download it again. You can see here it is again. So I'll just double click on this. Now, when this comes up, I just simply say I want to authorize my computer without an ID. Go next. Authorize. This computer has been successfully authorized without a vendor ID. You're now ready to use it. Okay. Now we have it on the digital PDF reader, which is what we want. And we can click to different pages. And in order to copy this, what we're going to do is very simple idea this. For any book that you're looking at, you press Control Alt and then the arrow key in one direction. I click the left and it goes that way. And now all I simply do is press Windows print screen button, and you can see I have an image. And if I click, just to show it's been copied, if I go to, I'm going to open the photos area, pictures, and there you can see in screenshots, go back to screenshots, you can see I have one screenshot. If I open it with that, and that is my screenshot. You can see it's captured the top and the bottom. And that's what we're going to do for the rest of the file. Go back to the digital copy and you simply want to click for the next page. So I'm going to press Control Alt and left arrow again. And I've done this page. So if you have a button called Page Down, click that. And I can copy this. So I'll do Windows print screen button, page down. Windows print screen, page down. Now that arrow shouldn't appear on your print screen, so I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, so I'll stop there. So now what I'm going to do is Control Alt arrow up and we're back to normal. So I'm going to close off this book, and there are my print screens. And I now simply need to crop and whiten them if they need whitening. But first of all, I'm going to save what we've done so far in its own folder. So I'll call it EF. And that way all those folders, all those pages belong to that folder. And now we can do another one. Let's go to our Digital by Me book. This is very much the same. Here's our book. The next page comes up double page, but we can have it as single page. So let's go back to the initial page. Remember, we have to Windows and Control left arrow. And the book is nice and big. It's a lot clearer picture. So I'm going to move my arrow out of the way, and I'm going to Windows print screen. Now with this, page down doesn't work. So I may have to click the button, move the arrow out of the way, Windows print screen, and tap the base. Windows print screen, tap the pad. And I'm doing this quite quickly. Okay, I'll stop there. You can see how quick it is. So what I'll do is I'll put the screen round back to normal. Let's have a look at our screenshots. Okay. And you can see, quite detailed. We zoom into them. It's certainly good enough for the work we need to do. Okay, so once you've got that done, now we just need to give it a new folder of its own. We'll call it social science. I think it's natural science. Natural science 2. And we'll put those books together as well. Now the process is going to be the same for both of them. They're simply picture images of what's on your screen. And the process we're going to use is we're going to crop and whiten them. We're going to change them to PDF and OCR them. I just want to remind you that in order to get the cropping and whitening, it's a free software you can download from Xnconvert.com, and you simply download this 64-bit version. And as for Pixillion, you simply download this version here. If you click download, you can see on the left it's downloaded twice actually. So we'll close that out. And PDF-XChange, you can download the free version, and there are some restrictions. However, if you do buy it, you can actually pay as little as 38 and you get the full range of stuff you can do. But you don't need it. You can really use just the basic version without paying. And also you can get a portable version which you can use on any computer at school or anywhere else. And it's a free download. You simply make sure you click the external mirror with OCR capabilities. And then that too will download very soon. You can see it downloading here. And it's done in a zip file. Now I've already done this, so we can leave this area now. And we're going to crop and whiten some of the pages. Here is our first book, and we're going to simply crop and whiten the pages using Xnconvert. What I'll do before this, just to make life easier, I'm going to put the two folders on the desktop so I can easily find them with my Xnconvert. So now we add a folder and simply look on the desktop, and we'll go to EF. Select the folder, and now we have to add an action. Normally you have no actions, so we've got no actions, and the only two I use are the cropping and the levels. So let's look at the cropping first. We are going to have to crop a lot, maybe 500 pixels for all I know. Okay, so that's our basic measurements for that. Now, we can use this part to lighten the background, you can see, and then we can also darken the texts, and that looks a lot better. I mean, maybe it was too light, but instead of the pages being grey, now they look a kind of white. And now what we'll do is we go to the output folder, and let's go to our EF. I'm going to make another folder within it called EF Edit, and select that folder as the output folder. And now I just have to simply say convert. Go down to the bottom. And I just close that off. Let's go into the folder. You can see there are the originals, and here are the edited. And let's do the same with the other book. I mean, the principles are generally the same, so we simply open Xnconvert, add the folder, the desktop, add the action. Okay, so that's what we've agreed upon. And as for the lightness and the darkness, I don't know if that actually needs changing. I think the image is quite clear. We could make it a bit darker. I'm not sure if that would do any good. Quite nice. But if we make it lighter, no, it doesn't look so cool. Maybe a touch lighter is always good. But I do like the darkness that's been added. So you can see before and after. Once again, we need our output folder to change. Make a new folder. Edit, NS, and we simply press convert. And close. And now you can see the result. We have our book in picture form, and all we need to do is join them up and make a PDF. Let's do that. First, we're going to open Pixillion image converter. We can use the demo, don't worry. And we're just going to add the folder, which is going to be this one, the edited, oops, wrong one, the edited one here. And make sure we have the settings to portrait, stretch, and medium level. Save, and we simply highlight them all and press combine. Press the combine button, and we'll put it on the desktop again as EF or EFFF. Okay, let's open the file, but let's open it with our free software. I'm going to close that, close this. We have our PDF editor. This is the free version. We haven't paid anything for this yet, so there are some things we can't do. And remember, when you first get this, it will be in this format. And I much prefer the classic, where you've got all the tools available straight away. But we can use this ribbon version, that's fine. What's nice about it is you can just drag files in. Here, drag the file in. And there it is. So there's our book. We can have it 2 pages. And that's quite nice. And now we're just going to OCR the text and we're done. Go to Convert, OCR. Notice if you go to Enhanced OCR, you do have to pay. But this one is free. All pages, it will deskew the content, which is nice, and fix anything at an angle. So we'll click OK, and we'll pause while this takes a few minutes. Okay, we're just about to come up to the close of play, when it will have finished OCRing the text. So let's see what the pages look like. So we should be able to highlight these words now if we wish to. If we go to the Select Text tool, we can select the text and use a highlighter. Where's our comments? And we can use the highlight. But like I say, what I like about this old classic view is you have everything you need. You know, if you need to draw lines or circles or even scribble, you know, you can do all that in one page. Or if you need to snapshot something, and then you can just simply paste it somewhere else, you know? That's what I like about this. You can kind of snapshot those lines and paste them somewhere else and join them there. And now you have longer lines. And that's perfect, but you can use the arrows to move it down or up. And that's fantastic. So enjoy that, and I'll show you the other one. And then we simply have to do the same with the book from the other website. Remember, they're all images, so the same principle is with this too. So we simply have to open up Pixillion to make it into a PDF. Continue using the demo. Open up the folder. Desktop. There's our images. Check the encoder. A4 stretch. That's good enough. And click combine. Click combine. Desktop, give it a name. NS2. and close them all up, and there we have our book. Let's open up the PDF-XChange again, drag it in, and there's our book. Obviously we need one more page to go in there in order that the pages look better, and you can simply do that by just adding another page. So in our edits we can simply copy the main page, double it, and this time what we'll do is we'll go to Pixillion, do the same again, add the folder, it's the same one, and this time we have two lead pages. So when we combine them, you can see the first one is that and the second one is the same. So we combine them, we'll call it NS23, close. So now when we open up that version, NS23, so when we save that, and now we look at it in dual page, we can see it's more complete, and we can portray that on the board better than it is from the internet. We can zoom in more freely, and we've got so many more tools than you would ever have with the internet version, and we have faster access. We can simply have as many books on there to show, and we can jump between books. You know, we can have the workbook, then jump to the student's book. We can zoom into a page. Now, one more thing you can do with the PDF is add the audio. So in the next video, not in this one, I'm going to show you how I added the audio to these PDF books so that I can just click, let's remember my choice.
Welcome back. Page 4.
And you can activate the audios. And the next one.
Welcome back. Page 5. Activity 3.
And I'll show you how you can do this for free with Adobe Acrobat Reader. And you can also do it with PDF-XChange, but it's not so clever. But both of them work in similar fashion. Okay, so hope you look forward to the next video on adding listening to your PDF and having the complete package ready to go without the use of internet. So remember to give this video a like and share it with other teachers or those in need, and see you on the next video.